I've got Adrian Fletcher here, coach of the Queensland Under-18 team. So Fletch, just pipped at the post by New South Wales last week. You're still feeling the pain?
Yeah, there's a little bit of pain. There's always it's a bit tribal between New South Wales and Queensland through the rugby league and the history of football. They were better on the day. They won it on the day. We showed that we had signs that we were right in the game. The first quarter, we couldn't kick a goal. We had the ball inside 12 times and we couldn't kick a goal. The guys come in at quarter time and you could just see a little bit of disappointment, but we regrouped at half time and fought the game right out.
Yeah, and you can't even blame the wind that Eddie had, unfortunately. So what do you think caused some of those early misses?
Oh, we got a few shots wide, but there was a couple dead in front that we probably should have took. You know, it's all about routine and be able to cope with the pressure, and it's something we've got to keep improving as a group. We'll make sure we do some goal kicking because goals, obviously accuracy wins games. But it's experience just to be able to play on Eddie had, which is a fast deck. You know, the young guys haven't played with those in surroundings before, so they're just got to be able to cope with those things.
Yeah, and it was a loss, but there were some positives to come out of the game. Nick Jackson was very good down back for you guys. What did you think of his game?
No, I thought Nick was great. He'd missed a month of footy. He had a slight injury there. He trained really hard. He was fit as he's ever been, actually. He trained really hard to get back. He's a rocket Gibraltar after half-time. He got the ball out of defence many occasions when it was lace-out kick from their mids, and it kept us in the game. And then you had, you know, Benny Keys up forward. He kicked a couple of goals. He went all Australian.
He's a bit of a superstar, Keezy.
Yeah, we won't. He's trying to get his head through the door at the moment, but we'll keep him in the line. He's a 17-year-old kid. He trains hard. His obsession with the game is fantastic, so he'll give himself a good chance going forward.
And how much do you think you missed Liam Dawson out there? Had a bit of a bad luck with a broken scapula.
Yeah, no, Liam was in good form. He gave us that tall midfielder that you need. Going forward in the AFL, you need tall midfielders, and obviously we try and set our team up to make sure we've got the right balance in the right areas. And we missed him because he can go to full forward, kick goals. He's a strong mark. He loves the contested style, which was against New South Wales. It wasn't a fast game, it was more win the contested footy, and we probably lacked one player there on the day.
And were there any other guys that you thought really stood out over the championships?
Oh, I thought Lockie Weller showed signs of brilliance. You know, he took mark of the year nearly, probably won himself a car. He kicked goals when we needed them. He was tagged a couple of times. He had to you know, get rid of that on the day, especially against Tassie. But he had a good carnival. I thought Matty Hamilman had a great carnival. He was unlucky.
He's coming into form at the right time.
Yeah, he'd come back from injury and he looked vibrant. He was up and about. He's a very good player on the lead. He's still got to improve his contested marking, but geez, he could have kicked 4 goals at Eddie on the day. He probably missed a couple early in the game. Nick Jackson, we spoke about him. Prusy had 2 good games. Ubergang had 2 good games. Harris had 2 good games. Daniel Henderson down back with his speed, 2.9, staying on the lead. He's a guy that's very hard to get off. So all in all, we had a lot of guys stood up.
And now that the championships are over, what's your approach for the last 2 TAC Cup games?
Oh look, I've got to release my better players to make sure that they improve their game. And how you do that is play against men. And Lockie Weller will go and play at Southport. Liam Dawson, when he comes back from his shoulder, will go and play at Aspley. We'll look at a couple of others that we might be able to release that can play NEFL senior footy. We want them to play NEFL for senior footy.
How important is it for them to have that opportunity?
Oh look, I just feel like it's the next stage of their football. We put a really intense program for 5 months, but as we keep improving them, we've got to keep setting the bar higher for them, and that's how they'll play against men week in, week out for the last 6 weeks of the rounds in 2014. And we'll add some 17-year-old boys to our side. We believe culture-wise you need about 17-year-old kids to take the culture forward year out, year in, so when we release the guys.